Okay, the first method of uploading a file to Logbook of the World that we're going to demonstrate is the provided software. It's called TQSL or Trusted QSL. I have their shortcut key to that application here in a folder that I keep on the desktop of all of my frequently used ham radio applications. So we're going to open Trusted QSL. And this usually takes a couple of seconds to open. And there it is. I'll just move the window around so you can see which is the Trusted QSL window clearly. Now what we want to do is sign and upload a file, and here is the icon for that. So a single click there, and we'll be asked to navigate to the file. The first file I'm going to upload is on the desktop. It's the first CW operators contest session for last Wednesday. Here are the 3 sessions. I'm going to upload all these 3 via a different method. But this is the first one, so I'll select that and open it. And then it'll give you another window that will indicate where you were operating from. Well, in my case, I only have one location. But it's important to note, if you, let's say you live in Michigan and you spend winters in Florida, you need to create a second location for Florida, because if you uploaded them all from your home location, you would confirm contacts from Michigan when you were actually in Florida. That's also important for grid square confirmations and county confirmations and everything else that might be confirmed via Logbook of the World. So if you do operate from more than one location, either in 2 different states, 2 different grid squares, 2 different counties, anything that could be confirmed for some type of award, you need to make sure you create a location for those other locations. But we're going to select the only one that I have on my list, click OK, and then it's going to tell you it's going to electronically sign and encode the file, and they want to verify that this is the correct information, and it is, so we'll click OK. It's creating the file, and in a second it'll be uploading to Logbook of the World. There it goes. It's completed the upload. This is pretty small here, but hopefully you can read it. I don't think if I maximize that it makes the font any bigger, but it just says that the 17 QSOs have been uploaded, and after reading this page you may close the program. So I'll restore that to the original size. So those 17 QSOs have been uploaded that easily with the provided software. So we'll show the other methods to do that also, and I don't usually use this method, but it's the one that's provided with the software. So we'll close that, and we'll go on and look at the other methods. The second method that we're going to use to upload a file to Logbook of the World is via their website. Now before we can do that, we have to create the encrypted file to upload, and again we do that with Trusted QSL. Now we're going to be working with ADIF files. If you don't have an ADIF file generator or a logging program that will generate an ADIF file, you can manually enter your contacts in this application also, but we won't get into that right now. We want to sign a log file and save it to upload to Logbook of the World via their website. So we're going to use this second shortcut key here in the application, and it's going to ask us what file. Here are our 3 CW operator test sessions, contest sessions. We're going to work with the second file this time, so we'll open that. And then it's going to ask us where we want to save this file, and we're going to save that to the desktop, and it gives it a default file name here. If you want to change the file name, you can, but don't change the file extension, the TQ8. That file extension has to remain TQ8, but you can save the rest of the file name as anything you want. So we're going to save that. And again, we have to indicate what location those contacts were made from, and in my case, as before, there's only one location. So I'll click OK, and it'll Want you to verify that that's the correct location and information. If it is, click yes. It's creating the file, and now it's saved it to the desktop, and this is the file down here. Again, it's saying that it saved the contacts. I'm looking to see if it says how many on this one. 24 records were saved to the desktop, and they are saved on the desktop. So we're all done with Trusted QSL. We'll close that. I'm going to minimize this window. Now, if you try to look at this file, you can open it, but you won't make heads or tails out of it. It's all encrypted. And we're just going to open it in Notepad or some other basic text reader. WordPad, that'll do. And there you go. You'll never figure out what is in there, but all that is decoded when it's received by the Logbook of the World website. It's part of how they keep the QSL process secure to prevent fraudulent QSLs and maintain the integrity of their awards program. So now that we've done that, we're going to have to open up a browser, and I'll move it over to the screen that we're using. Then we'll navigate to the Logbook of the World website. Once there, and this is assuming you previously registered, and I've saved my username and password, so I'll have to log in. And then once logged in, I'm going to go to the File Upload tab. And then over here to choose File, and we'll navigate to the file location. And again, the file location is on the desktop. It's where we saved that file that we created. And here it is. It has the same file name as the ADIF file, but the file extension is TQ8. And over here on the file type, you'll see these are ADI files. This is TQ8 file. So that's how you would distinguish and not try to upload the wrong file. So we'll open that, and then we'll click Upload. And it's working on the upload and verification. There we go. File K8BZ CWOps 1900.tq8. It's queued for processing, and there we go. That file has been uploaded. Now, it seems like a lot to get involved in when you're doing this, but it's not as difficult as it seems once you do it a couple of times, but these are not the easiest ways to do it. If you have a software application that you log with, almost all of the software applications that are commercially available will provide a means to upload to Logbook of the World and verify your upload. And that really is the easiest way to do it, and I've saved that for last, and we'll cover that in the next segment of this video. The third method that I'd like to demonstrate for uploading a log file to Logbook of the World is actually the easiest, and it's right from a logging program that supports an interface with Logbook of the World, and many of the commercially available logging programs support Logbook of the World, and if they don't, I wouldn't recommend any logging program that generates a computerized log that does not automatically interface with Logbook of the World for uploading contacts. There are so many out there that do that it just wouldn't be advisable to go with one that didn't support that. But anyway, we're going to demonstrate how to do that. I use AC log by N3FJP, which is starting right now. It'll take a minute to enter the log records here because there are lots of logs, lots of contacts in this log. You'll see there are 49,733 contacts in this log. Now, the two logs that we previously uploaded were from the CW operators mini test sessions that they have every Wednesday. The mini test sessions are 1 hour long. The CW Operators Club has 3 test sessions every Wednesday, and each of those logs are submitted and scored separately. Now those two, let me back up. Whenever I operate in a contest, I may use an N3 FJP logging program, or I may use some other one. One of the ones I use for the CW Operators contest is the N1MM logger. Now I have 3 contest sessions stored on the desktop, 3 logs for 3 contest sessions stored on the desktop. They're not currently in this log. I always import all of my contest logs into my general logging program. So all of my contacts exist in one log. They're not scattered all over the computer in various folders and files, to where if I get a request for a QSL card from a contest from 2 years ago, I don't have to go searching through all these files trying to find the contest to verify that contact. I just need to look in this one folder, or this one logging program. For example, here's some of the CW Operators contests from last week's contest. I'm just going to pick one of these call signs at random. Let's try this one, N4AF, and I'm going to enter N4AF here, and that's going to show every previous contact that was logged with N4AF. And you can see there's quite a number of them going back to the first one was in 2002. And most of them are contests: November sweepstakes, the ARRL 160 meter contest, the CW Operators contest. So all of those contacts, even though they were in various contests, and some of them might have just been casual contacts, they're all in one log file, where it's easy to find and easy to check and verify a request for a QSL, or find someone I need to get a QSL from. So the first thing I'm going to do is load those first 2 contest files in here. So I'm going to go to the File menu. Let me start over. I'm going to go to the File menu, go down here to Import an ADI file, and those files are all on the desktop. So I'm going to look at the desktop. Okay, here's the first one that we uploaded by using the TQSL software directly. So I'm going to go ahead and import that file, and it will take a minute for that to load all those contacts. And there they are. There's the first set. Now I'm going to go import the other one. Import ADIF file from the desktop. Here is the second contest session. This is the third one. That's the one that we're going to deal with next. But this is the second one that was already uploaded. This is the one where I created the encrypted log file, saved it on the desktop, went to the Logbook of the World website, and uploaded it directly to the website. So I'm going to add that to my general log program. I think there were 24 contacts in that file, and there they are. Now if we scroll down, we'll see all of these CW Operator log files here. So now what I want to do is I want to go to the Logbook of the World tab in this, and I want to download everything since the last time I did a download. And those have already been uploaded to Logbook of the World. Let me go back to the screen here for a minute. These 2 columns, the sent and received column, I'm going to widen that out a little bit. Sent confirmation by and received confirmation by. And right now it's looking at the last 50 contacts, and none of those are showing that they've been uploaded, even though these have. I have to go to Logbook of the World, and on the download section, I want to download everything since the beginning of this day. Today's July 9th. And it's working, and it's connecting to the Logbook of the World website, and it's downloading all of this information, and it's updating all of those entries. Now these are the ones that were uploaded from that contest. The ones with the date over here on the received date, those are contacts that have been confirmed now by Logbook of the World since I uploaded my file. Now we'll go back to the main logging screen. You'll see in this sent confirmation by, there's an L indicating Logbook of the World. Received confirmation by, and the L over here shows that those have been confirmed by a Logbook of the World. And if we'll scroll down, we'll see quite a number of them have been confirmed via Logbook of the World. Now we still have one other log file that we haven't submitted. Now if I'm just logging general contacts in the log, I can upload those at the end of the day or once a week or once a month or however often you want to do it. But let's import this last contest file. From the File menu, go to Import ADIF file. It's saved on the desktop. And here it is. That's the last CW Operators contest log. This log, all of three of these were created in the N1MM contest logger. But I'm going to import all of those contacts into my general log. And it's working on that. There they are. Now, you'll see this is where it left off with the two previous files. These are the new ones. 10 or 12 contacts here in the CW Operators contest. Now if I go down to the very first one I want to enter, hold the Shift key and click, it will automatically select everything above that contact, so I don't have to go select them all one at a time. It'll bring up this list of tools. The tool we want to use is to upload them to Logbook of the World. So I'm going to click that. Now over here are the upload buttons. You have to register with Logbook of the World first, obviously, but you have to also put in here your username and password and your location as it is in your TQSL software. KBZ Home is my location here. It's the only location I had. If you had multiple locations, they would all come up in this list. You could add a location here if you, for example, had another home in another state and you did some operating from there. You'd make sure you were confirming a contact with that state, grid square, county, whatever, as I described earlier. But anyway, we're going to upload the files that were selected from the main menu, the main contact list, and that's this button here. Now it's uploaded the file, and we're all set to go. Now, if I go back here to the main screen, nothing has changed here. It's uploaded those contacts, but it's not showing here that they have been sent yet. The reason is it takes Logbook of the World a period of time to process those contacts. Usually, we're in the middle of the week right now. It wasn't a big contest weekend last weekend, so it shouldn't take very long for it to process that file. But if this was a Monday or Tuesday after a major contest weekend for an ARRL major DX contest or a CQ major contest, there would be lots of very large log files that will be loaded to Logbook of the World. So it will take a while for those to process. Sometimes it can take several hours. Now we can go back here and download all since the beginning of this date and see if those have processed yet. It may be a little early just yet. Nothing new was updated. These are all the ones that have already been processed, so nothing new was updated there yet. But later on I can do that, and it will mark all of these as sent confirmation via Logbook of the World. It will put an L in that column. If any of them are already confirmed because the people I worked have already uploaded their logs, there'll be an L that will be entered in this column, so it would show that they're confirmed via Logbook of the World. We'll give that one more try before I end this video. If it doesn't show up now, just trust me, it will. Whenever Logbook of the World finishes processing those. Nope, not yet. Probably will take another 15 minutes or so. But that completes the third way to upload contacts from Logbook of the World. Now I'll just show you one other thing. I'm going to select just a few of these. These have already been uploaded. Now I'm going to pretend I want to upload those again. I'm going to upload selected contacts from the main menu, and I'm going to get a window here that's going to say, whoop, wait a minute, you already uploaded those. There's no reason to upload them again. And if you re-upload, because you are skeptical that your first upload worked, you're going to bog down Logbook of the World and make it you're going to slow down how long it takes to process, because you're going to have all these duplicate records, and it's going to go through and say that record is already in there, it's a duplicate, it's going to throw it out, go to the next one, throw that one out. For the first few years Logbook of the World was operational, they had a lot of people send duplicate entries. The processing time was a little slower, and they just weren't confident that their file got uploaded, so they kept sending files over and over again. Really bogged the system down. So they added a means to notify you if you're trying to upload contacts that have already been uploaded. If you find you logged something incorrectly and go in and correct it in the log, that would be a time where you might want to re-upload a single contact if you had to make a correction, or multiple contacts if you had to make corrections. But we don't want to send any duplicate uploads, so we're going to pass on that. I'll try one more time to see if it can confirm that last upload. Processing done. Nope, not yet. Any of those contacts would show up here. All of these down here, again, are the ones that were uploaded in the first two sessions of that contest. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll give you a little follow-up information yet to come. We're going to try to see if these contacts that we uploaded have been processed by Logbook of the World by now. They should have. So we're going to go to the Logbook of the World tab, and we're going to confirm all since the beginning of today's date. And the software is connecting to the Logbook of the World website, and sometimes it flashes back to the main logging screen. Okay, there they are. It updated all of the third log that we submitted. They've all should all be marked as sent confirmation by Logbook of the World, and we'll see that when we switch back to the main logging screen. Here are two that have already been confirmed via Logbook of the World. The other station has already submitted their logs, and Logbook of the World has made the comparisons. Here's a few others from the first two logs that have been confirmed. Logbook of the World will look at the logs and compare the call signs, dates, times, and modes and bands, and if they agree within a certain tolerance, it'll give credit for the confirmation, and here they're all showing up, all up to date on the main log form. So that brings us all up to date in 3 ways to upload to Logbook of the World. Thanks for watching.